Hey, man, welcome, Santiago. It's good to see you here.
Thank you. Good to see you too, Robert.
Yeah, man. All right, let's dive into something. It was back in January. There's this event called Fashion Me a People, as you know, and Fashion Me a People. It's the kind of the most innovative parishes in terms of ministry, the ones that are really active, the ones forward-thinking about how they can best serve the people of God, best evangelize. Gather together in Orlando in January, kind of a nice place to be, and it's about just quality ministry and even furthering that more. All right, so we helped to sponsor that, OCP does, and you were there, and the first report, I mean, we had all kind of artists there, but the first report I got was about when you debuted this song, Canto Nuevo. I hope this isn't offensive to anybody, but I just heard a lot of middle-aged white people were doing the conga. So if you can accomplish that, man, you're doing something.
Well, and the music that we do, it's really amazing when you let music do its thing. You know, we write it, and it's inspired by Scripture, and people make a connection that it's really difficult to describe. You know. It's the rhythm, it is lively, it talks about this wonderful psalm, you know, sing a new song to the Lord, for he has done wonderful things, wondrous deeds. And yeah, it was lively, and I think people could sense that the song and the text of the song and the music went well together. And they reacted to it by doing the conga line. Yeah. It was a wonderful reaction.
All right, I want to get a little music lesson from you about the rhythm. Because people, I think most white Americans or uninformed music folks just think of Latin American music as being kind of monolithic. But, I mean, every region of Mexico has different rhythms, and of course the Caribbean and Spain has a different rhythm. So tell me about this particular rhythm and what it's like, and if it's from a unique part of Mexico.
It's kind of a fusion. It's like a rumba style that comes really from Spain. Like it's a flamenco rhythm, and it's fused with a little bit of merengue. So it's like its own thing, you know. And the way I strum it and the way I play it kind of feels like a rumba, but it's not the demanding strumming patterns of the rumba, which are really, really difficult to play.
All right, show me that.
I had to keep that in mind, you know. Can't make it so difficult that no one can play it. Yeah. So that a way to emulate it would be like this. That's the feel of a kind of a rumba rhythm, and that's what I used for the main pattern. Then we recorded other guitars strumming a little bit differently, and then together it made this Gypsy King type sound, like a bed of guitars in a huge wall of sound that was really, really interesting. But it comes from this very simple strumming pattern. That's what it is. Now you're looking at me like,
well,
dude.
All right. Well, I'm thinking about like you know the Who song, Pinball Wizard. Mm-hmm. He's got such a supple wrist. You know, that's what I was watching with your
well,
hand.
It reminds me of sometimes when we do the workshops and everything. I'll do a Latino rhythm that to me is like second nature. You know, I'll do a cumbia. I'll be like, okay, everybody do this, and they're looking at me like, no, man, we can't do that. What do you mean you can't do that? Try that again. So, I mean, I know it's really not difficult. It looks a little intimidating, but it's not really that difficult.
Yeah. All right, well, tell you what, you've given us a little taste of the rhythm. Let's go ahead, let's hear Canto Nuevo.
Dios aclamen, griten de gozo, pues maravillas han hecho el Señor. Su santo brazo es victorioso, nos hizo ver su justicia y salvación. Santo es, grande es, bendito es nuestro Dios. Sabio es, bueno es el Señor. Un canto nuevo al Señor. Canten todos a una voz, denle gloria y honor. Un canto nuevo al Señor, que a los pueblos reveló su justicia y amor. Por su grandeza, por sus hazañas al son de cuernos del paso al Señor. Que el mar resuene, salten montañas, porque ya viene a juzgarnos con amor. Santo es, grande es, bendito es nuestro Dios. Sabio es, bueno es el Señor. Un canto nuevo al Señor, canten todos a una voz, denle gloria y honor. Un canto nuevo al Señor, que a los pueblos reveló su justicia y amor. Un canto nuevo al Señor, canten todos a una voz, denle gloria y honor. Un canto nuevo al Señor, que a los pueblos reveló su justicia y amor. Justicia y amor, un canto nuevo al Señor, canten todos a una voz, denle gloria y honor. Un canto nuevo al Señor, que a los pueblos reveló su justicia y amor.